Brittany with Lester Family Baby Farm, and I thought I would give you guys an update. I'm on my way back from Nashville, and I just had my third ultrasound for this cycle, and I'm going to fill you in on our mid-cycle update. And pardon me, I have a cold. Our whole school district shut down on Wednesday from sickness, and of course my kids were fine up until then, and then they came home and shared the school district sickness with us. So bear with me. But today is Friday. Today is our third ultrasound, and it went great. So this cycle, we found out that the end of last cycle, my estrogen levels were out of this world. I think typically a woman's estrogen is maybe 200-ish around ovulation, and mine last cycle was 4,000, almost 4,400. It was like 4,390 something. And at that point, a lot of concerns is overstimulation. And with those levels, if you're doing IVF, those levels are more typical for that procedure, but because they're so high, the doctor typically won't do a fresh transfer. So that means like after the eggs are retrieved and they're fertilized and they grow in the petri dish for 5 days, then they're immediately put back in the mother instead of being frozen. But with levels that high, the likelihood of anything implanting is like crazy low. I think it's less than like 3%. I guess your implantation window is only like 24 hours, depending on how high your estrogen levels are. So, one of the reasons my estrogen levels were so high is because I had so many follicles and so many mature eggs. And also you could tell my estrogen levels were high because of how thick my uterine lining was. My uterine lining was, at my last ultrasound for that cycle of December, was almost 16 millimeters. And doctors typically want to see it at least 8, but like no more than 12 or 13. And I was way above that, which is also an indicator that I have way too much estrogen in my system. So this cycle, we dropped my med dosage down. I went from 225 units of follistim a night to 150. And I will say, right from the beginning, I have felt 1,000,000 times better. I'm not nearly as moody. I'm not nearly as bloated. I'm not so like emotional. Everything felt like the world was ending when I was going through my December cycle. So now that we're in February, I don't know, partly maybe because I've done it before. I just did it in December, and so I kind of knew what to expect. And this cycle has been 1,000 times better. So on Monday, I went in February 6th, and I had my baseline ultrasound and blood work done, and everything was fine. So I started follistim that night. And then I returned again on Wednesday, the 8th. And at that ultrasound, I think at my Monday ultrasound, my lining was only like 1.8. Like it wasn't even 2 millimeters yet. But I had just come off my period. So on Wednesday, the lining was right around probably like 4.8, almost 5. And I had, of course with PCOS, I had a ton of follicles. But I only had maybe 5 to 6 follicles on each ovary that were ranging from like 9 millimeters to like 6 or 7 millimeters. And my estrogen levels for Wednesday were only 118, which I did some research, which is really good. Like those are good numbers. So today I had blood draw and I had my ultrasound. My lining is like 6.5, and I had on my right, I had an 11, and then I had about 410 millimeter follicles. And on my, pardon me, on my left, I had like almost a 10 and then like 4 9s, which you can clearly tell that my body is the right ovary is taking lead, in which naturally that's what would occur. Your body usually picks one ovary a month, whichever has the best egg, and that one egg will continue to grow, and the other eggs or follicles will just kind of fade away. And so my body is almost acting like it's normal, like everything is going as it would naturally, which I'm really happy about. And my lining today was half the amount it was at this point last cycle, which is great. That clearly tells you that I'm not like so estrogen dominant. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that things are going to go better this cycle and we're going to get a positive result at the end. That would just be amazing, because I just don't want to keep doing it. I will find out my blood work this afternoon, and I will schedule my appointment for Monday, and I will go in and see what the lining looks like and what my follicles look like. And we're thinking that by then I should have at least 1 or 2 14-15 millimeters, which is considered like big enough for maturity, like they would release an egg. And I think that we're going to probably follow the calendar this month, and I'm not going to trigger early, and I'll probably trigger on Wednesday, which is good because I have potentially be making a trip to Frankfort, Kentucky, which is the capital of Kentucky, to meet with my senator and my representative for the House of Representatives for my district about getting certified professional midwives legal in Kentucky, because right now they are illegal. So my home birth, it's legal for me to birth at home, but my midwife who came and helped deliver and monitor me the whole pregnancy, technically it's against the law for her because she's not licensed, and so she's practicing medicine without a license in Kentucky, though she is licensed in Tennessee because it's legal there. So that is another aspect to the next few days, and hopefully all of these eggs will behave and everything will go as planned, and I can make that trip on Tuesday up there to speak to some of the legislators. But yeah, I think that's it for our mid-cycle update, and I will let you guys know when I find out what my levels were. But I just feel 1,000 times better this cycle. I just feel better, and there's eggs, and of course there's always tons of eggs. I think there was 30 eggs today, but there's a group that are like way ahead of the other ones. Instead of last time they were kind of like stair-stepped, like there was a few for each, a few of like 10s, a few 9s, a few 8s, you know, all the way down. This time there seems to be kind of like a pack in the lead, which is good, because then the other ones aren't producing nearly as much estrogen, keeping my estrogen levels in check, keeping my uterus favorable to implant an embryo. So I'm so excited. How awesome would it to be to find out in like, well, from now I think it would be like 2.5 weeks, find out that we are pregnant. Like, that would just be the greatest gift from God. And so we will continue to pray and walk this journey, and hopefully at the end of it there will be a cute little baby or babies. So yep, that's it for now. If you follow us on Facebook, give this a thumbs up. If you follow us on YouTube, be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe or follow us. Bye guys.